Okay, we have triangle A here. Now Kyle reflects A in the x-axis to get triangle B, and then reflects B in the line y equals x to get triangle C. Amy first reflects A in the line y equals x to get D, and then reflects D in the x-axis to get E. And Amy makes the bold claim that E is in the same position as C. Is she correct? Let's find out. So, Kyle first. He reflects A in the x-axis to get B. Okay? So, reflect that in the x-axis, this line here. Well, that point there, at 4, 1, is clearly going to go to 4 minus 1. So that's there. That one there, well, okay, yeah, let's do that one first. At 4, 3 is going to go to 4 minus 3, which is there. And that one must be here, because it's at 3, 3 there, so it's going to be 3 minus 3. Okay. Not too difficult. Okay, and that's triangle B. And then he reflects B in the line y equals x. Okay, so where's this point going to go? Well, that's at 4 minus 1. So it's going to end up over here at 4 minus 1, if you like, only doing y first, so actually minus 1, 4. So you might want to turn your paper and look at it like this, okay? It makes it much easier to see. We're reflecting in this line, that point is going to go there, right? So you go, then, okay? What about this one? Well, you can think of it like this. We've got that point there, and it's going to move away from the axis. So it's going to move away from the axis at 90 degrees. There's the axis. It's moving away at 90 degrees for 2, from minus 1 to minus 3. So it's going to go from minus 1 to minus 3. So it's going to go to there. Okay, so that's that bit there. I don't know if that is your favourite way of thinking about it or not. It's how I would probably think about it. Again, I think about it by looking at it like this and just figuring out, using your imagination in a sense, where that one's going to reflect to. So what about this point here? Well, it's at 3, 3, okay? So again, it's going to be 3, forget about x and y axis for a minute. It's going along 3 on the line, on the axis closest to the y equals x line here. So it's going to go along 3 there. And then it just goes 3 away from the axis. So along 3 and then 3. I'm talking about that point, aren't I? Yeah. 3 away from the axis. So it's going to go to there. Okay. So clearly our triangle must look like that. So that's triangle C. Let me just go through that again, okay? I think the easiest way to think about it is look at it like this. We're talking about this point here. We're going along 3 and then down, along the axis 3 and then away 3. So after it's been reflected in this line here, this axis becomes that one. So we go along 3 and then away from the axis for 3. So that's how we get there. Okay. Right, Amy's turn. So Amy does the reflection in the line y equals x first. Okay, so we're reflecting this in this line here. Well, same thing, again, just look at it like this, right? This point here, reflecting in this line, it's going to be the same distance, perpendicular distance, on that side of the line as it is from this one. So it's going to be about here somewhere. And that's a unit from 3 to 4, that's 1. So around here somewhere, it's going to be 1 from 3 to 4 here. So it's going to be at 3, 4. Okay? That must join up like that, because again, when that line there is reflected in y equals x, it's going to go to there. Again, look at it like that, okay? So, look, I'm just going to use my imagination at this point. It's clearly, look, it goes along 1 and then down 2. So it's going to go along 1 and then across 2 there, right? You can tell just from looking at it like that, yeah? So that's triangle D. Okay? If you want a bit more persuasion, then from there to there on triangle A is from 3 to 1, it's 2 units, so it has to be from 2 from there to there, so from 3 to 1, okay? Right, okay, and then she reflects a D in the x-axis. Right, so D is going to come over here. Again, don't be shy to turn your page or your head and look at it like that, okay? We're going to reflect in the x-axis, so you want to look at it like this to help. Okay, so D is going to flip over like that. When it's reflected in this line, goes like so, which means that that slopey bit there is going to actually, after it's flipped over, be sloping like that somewhat. So it's going to be there, isn't it? Okay, so, right, let's start with this point. 3, 3. So reflection in the x-axis, it must be 3 minus 3, so that's there. Okay, here, that point, 3, 4, so it's going to be 3 minus 4. This point here, 1, 4, so 1 minus 4. Yes, as predicted, there is triangle E. Okay, right, we're ready to test Amy's hypothesis. E is in the same position as C. I'm afraid it isn't, Amy. C is over here and E is there. So, don't fall into this trap, okay? The order in which you perform reflections, rotations, translations will affect the location of the final outcome, what you get, okay? As we've proven here, C and E are definitely not in the same position. So be careful with this. The order of transformation matters. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and it would be a massive help if you could subscribe. It would also be amazing if you could support me on Patreon. All the papers and everything are on my website, drjem.com, and I'm also on social media. Thank you.